sorry. No gay cake for you. Mm-mm. Yay! I can't feel that this isn't a good thing. Because it's one thing to have a public business, and the angst of that public business is to be public. If you see someone who's black, or midget, or Muslim, or Pickle Rick, you know, it's a social injustice to say, hey, no, keep walking. I serve everyone but you. Or you can't sit at the counter. And all that freaking segregated South bullshit, you know, like colored only fountain, whites only fountain, you know, sit in the back of the bus. But now they all sit in the back of the bus anyway, and it's scary shit. You know, kind of wish they'd sit in the front of the bus, you know. But yeah. So, what if friggin' someone says, hey, you're not asking to be a customer, you're asking for a special service. And that does not apply to my public offering. It's different than a public thing because it's a service. People who have services are not public. You don't go to trying to think of something. Well, if you go to a plumber and it's like, oh, you know, your house is too bad, or I don't like that neighborhood. That's the plumber's right. It's an Uber's right to not pick you up. Now, that gets a little iffy, I imagine, because sometimes a service is like an extension of a public right. But really, not just on religious grounds, but the right to choose. When you get too far back into the service industry, then yeah, you know, you shouldn't have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to be sued because you don't serve, like you're a caterer and you can't do halal or kosher because you don't know how. You're a barber or a hairstylist and you don't know how to do black hair. What do I do? What do I do not know. I didn't study this. I have no experience with this. I don't know what to do. It's not racism. What do you do with that? I never even touched it before. And it's like you get these, and liberals aren't freaking reasonable. These aren't liberals. These are freaking illiberal Marxists. I didn't call them progressives because there's nothing progressive about it. It's even beyond that. It's like, hey, you know, I thought you were the Carl Sagan, freaking tree-hugging, 1970 liberal, greater society, love everyone kind of person. Now you're freaking horrible, and we're going to have purity spirals, and it's going to be on the left, and everyone's going to be a trans gay, midget, friggin' homo, LGBTQ, ICK, XYZ. And I am so sick of hearing gay as freaking, all these other things. Shut up. Shut up. Well, no, see, I'm on the left, so I don't tell people to shut the hell up. Say what you want, but don't tell me to shut up. And don't ask me to use stupid pronouns, and don't ask me to freaking address those things. And, yeah, I support your sexual freedom. I support your right to body autonomy. But personally, I think transsexualism is a mistake. And it's like, I have a right of free expression, and I have a right of free expression without freaking people having the right to or the ability to use the law to coerce a view. People getting canceled on TV shows, and people getting fired and blackballed and all this other shit. That's like a de facto hate speech law. And hate speech, anti-hate speech, is de facto bringing thought control. It's thought police. Who needs that friggin' communist shit? But on the other hand, friggin' true friggin' authoritarian fascism, like what would happen if friggin' some of these friggin' alt-right got to be friggin' neo-Nazis, and and then we have a fifth state. No, I don't want to be friggin', second generation friggin' Nazis, Nazi Germany. No, we've seen where that goes. And I'm saying this as a civic nationalist. It's like, hey, I can smell the fascism. Sometimes the true liberalism has to hurt a little bit. What can you do? And it's like, okay, that's fair. In a free society of thoughts, we understand that there's got to be a little frigging push and give and push. Not just centralist, but somewhere around the center, back and forth. And that's okay. Not only is there the free marketplace of ideas, but there's the freaking idea of the scrap heap of history, of bad ideas. Let's face it, some of that shit ain't gonna work. And we know why it ain't gonna work, because what it's gonna lead to. But I'm not always sure of that either, because I've advocated shit that, I've advocated some pretty hardcore alt-right, alt-white shit, I can't remember what the argument was now, but I was talking something about freaking, deportation, no freaking Muslims and Scientologists not allowed, no transsexualism, the good days revisited. Yeah, but sucks for the friggin' trannies and Muslims that don't friggin' like it. Yeah, everything sucks for somebody who doesn't like it. It's like Hispanics, Hey, I personally don't give a damn about Mexicans. I like Mexicans, but it's not the ethnicity or the culture. It's the nationality issue. We need to solve our problem with Mexico. If that means, not born in East LA, you gotta go back away from East LA. This isn't Mexifornia. Shit. And all this friggin' political correctness crap. And a lot of that shit is like gay cakes. No gay cake. That's why we need an arbitration society. We need to take our frigging military and all that and straighten out our frigging international system so we can friggin' massively reduce the military without friggin' sacrificing or capitulating to the elements of terror, and friggin' deal with our internal problems not on a regulation and social justice basis, but civil rights by case by case by case, which would mean a reformation of our justice system and our civil litigation system, and where it's an individual case litigation system by arbitration. That's what I've always been saying. You know, let's not have let's forget about racism, sexism, and whatever phobia with capital letters. The person comes first. Every citizen is entitled to liberty, justice, and freedom. Every non-citizen is entitled to those same things, but without the privilege of citizenship. You could say to a lesser extent, but to a greater extent, in the same manner, in a different way, human suffrage. And mostly that impacts, in America, besides, I don't want to say it, besides the boat people, the friggin', the Mexicans and the friggin' Cubans. You know, because they're the ones that are on our borders. So, what we need to do is have a better relationship with our friends in the South, and then deal with freaking immigration, if any immigration, in a different manner. In correlation with our reformed foreign policy that's non-proprietary and predatory. You know, America will be great again when America is great again. And sometimes, if there's freaking no gay wedding cakes, that's fine. There'll be somebody else that make it. And you can always buy the little bride or groom yourself extra and just flip off the extra friggin' the bride, ping, and put your little extra groom there. You know, I don't know if they make ethnic ones. You know, oh my God, it said ethnic. Oh no, you're not supposed to say that. You know, I mean person of, no wait, colored person, colored person of color. Shut up. God, I've been watching too much alt-right, I mean not alt-right, anti-SJW videos, you know. I can't connect to my liberal friends anymore. It's too stupid. Yeah, because, you know, I'm not that stupid either, you know. I figured by this time, if anybody's still watching this, who gives a shit how I'm freaking presenting the video? I said the important shit before, and now I'm just going on talking to my freaking friends that happily happen to freaking watch the video or skip to the end, you know. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Yep. Anyway, it's almost the 15-minute mark, and I'm only supposed to make a 4-minute video. My God, what am I doing? Goodbye. Another curious masterpiece. Yeah.